Wouldn't it be nice if your lights turned on exactly when you woke up? I have sometimes struggled with waking up on time. If only I had someone turn the lights on. Or better yet, something. I didn't want to spend money on some smart lights, they're too fancy and classy for my taste. Instead, I decided to create my own robot for automated light switching. With my skills, I thought it could be done in a few weeks or months, but this small robot project started a journey of ridiculous life and engineering lessons that still follow me to this day. This was my very first design prototype. It captured the essence of what I wanted with this robot. Fully manual, only one button, a control knob and a small display. No internet connection, no apps. Oh, and rechargeable batteries, so I don't ever have to buy new ones. This way, my robot could be taken and set up on any wall. This is where I had my first problem. How would I attach it to the wall? My first thoughts were blue tack and masking tape, but I learned about the existence of double-sided tape and decided to go with it because it would be easier and cleaner. Now I had to choose my hardware components. I didn't find a problem, but I actually created one by my own naivety. To be honest, this whole project took 5 times longer than it should have, only because I assumed many things and didn't do my research. I didn't think I would have anything new to learn, and this was my big fumble. First of all, I was very much concerned with my robot's weight. After all, it should stay on a wall forever with tape. So I made the decision to have light wood as the material for the outer shell. I bought the lightest wood possible and meticulously calculated the weight of each robot part. The total weight was 190 grams, which seemed like it would work for the task. Again, I didn't test anything or think any further. I just went with my gut feeling. This is what I call Alice's hand. Its purpose is to hold the servo motor in its place. It can be locked to 4 different angles by using this connector piece in the middle. It's an easy way for the arm to touch left, right or down. As for the display, I'm using this 16x2 I2C screen that I've been using in my previous videos. Let's take a look at the insides. To be honest, by not using a PCB, it will be a mess at this scale with so many components. I want to use an 80 mega microcontroller because it's super small and light and its functions suffice for this project. I hope that it's easy to burn a bootloader into this one. After a painful amount of tries with the microcontroller, it seemed deceptively difficult to have my code in this microcontroller. It's such a simple thing and I've seen many others succeed at it, but I was simply unable to get it working. So I decided to switch to an Arduino. Its size would be reasonable for this project, but I would have to be more mindful of available space inside the robot shell. With that taken care of, I wanted to create the shell. I went with the lightest wood I could find, and the smallest amount I could buy was this big pile of planks. Anyway, I didn't have any mechanical tools available, so the shell's small size and relative complexity were a huge pain. It took me about 2 months to create all the wooden parts by hand. Then it was time to put it all together. But, as one could possibly foresee, I got screwed once again. This was one of many times when I was too tunnel visioned and didn't think about testing anything. Okay, let's see if I can get the circuit working. After many tries, I finally got all the wires connected. It's not pretty, but at least it works. Okay, it looks terrible. But the connections are strong, the wires won't detach. Yeah, there was a short circuit, and the Arduino burned and got ruined. At this point, the project had already taken a long time, resulting only in a mess and a closet full of wood. A series of unfortunate and self-inflicted unfortunate events ended in disaster. At this point, I didn't know whether my robot building skills were disappointingly bad or comically bad. One thing was sure, everything was a matter of perspective. I said screw it, this can't be the end of this project. I decided to finally give Alice my full attention and stop screwing around. I had to give my full focus and best effort every step of the way. Okay, let's fix everything that went wrong. The outer shell is now 2 pieces of PLA that lock to each other. It took a few iterations to get it right, but I'm very happy with the final result. Now the second attempt with the circuit. I measured the lengths of the wires and my approach was more careful and planned. The end result works, but it's a jungle of wires. That's a design flaw on my part, but it's the best I got for Alice. Side note, when I pull this ground wire lightly, the circuit stops working, but it works again when I let it rest. I think it's the wire's fault because I connected it well to the circuit. If anyone's had a similar experience, I'd like to know. There was a problem with the displays. Somehow, the displays I ordered online were slightly bigger than the ones I had before. The shell was fitted to the old displays, so I had to tape the new display here. Okay, that's another outdated measurement. Now we can see Alice in action for the first time. No need to panic, we can easily print out a new hand that fixes the hand's reach. Let's try again. It seems that this is as far as Alice 1.0 can go. It only works when the hand points down, but not when it points left or right. After a brief investigation, I concluded that the pressing motion doesn't work sideways because of less than solid physical design choices that impact the motion of the arm. This could be fixed with a new shell, but I have to admit that this is the point where I'm too far gone. And Alice is in disappointment land. What I didn't show you before is that printing the whole shell that is very complex and compact was a nightmare each time. Long print times, hard to remove support structures, and rising costs. I won't push it farther at this time. Instead, this robot shall be Alice 1.0, and I will definitely make Alice 2.0 in the future, where all the remaining problems are rectified. In the meantime, I will focus on simpler videos that are significantly smaller in scope. With electronics, things can get complicated very quickly. And I'm here to ease the processes by bringing clarity to everything that matters. So was this project a success? The robot I created has its shortcomings, but that doesn't matter. The real success was the lessons learned along the way. Summa summarum, building a robot is easy enough if you don't make it difficult yourself.